Start.
Hi everyone. So we have designed a decentralized freelancing platform that we call as Maven. So our main objective is to bring ownership protection into the freelancing sector. So let us go through some of the features first that the platform provides. So we are using, so we want to target a job ownership protection that we have handled using ERC 6551. Okay, and other than that, we have also designed an fair and unique dispute resolution handle it in an anonymous way. Okay, so the platform is fully decentralized. All the components that we have used, may it be uh, I mean, communication purpose or notification purpose or chat purpose or for the database storage purpose. So everything is decentralized. For example, for the storage part, we have used Polybase. So that is JK power. So that is also decentralized. And other than that, so basically for our whole project, we have used 3 layers of data storage. One is IPFS for storing the metadata, Polybase. So for for storage, storing all of the data and for using scripting on top of that data, and Ethereum for storing the permanent data. Okay. And our platform also supports real-time communication via push protocol and also chat support. Okay. So how are we handling the ownership protection in this freelancing platform? So whenever a new user comes and register in our platform, a profile NFT is generated. And along with that, a token-bound wallet address is generated using ERC 6551 that is in accordance with the EIP 4337, that is account abstraction. Now, whenever a client comes to the platform and post a job, okay, a job NFT and an associated token bound address is generated under the profile token bound address. Okay, so let's say a client posts 3 jobs. So then a 3 job NFT and 3 token bound wallet will be generated under the profile token bound wallet. So our idea is that a profile should hold multiple job NFT and a particular job NFT should hold multiple milestone NFT. That is quite logical. Now, when a freelancer comes and bid for a job NFT, okay, now the client selects the freelancer bid. Now, whenever the client selects the freelancer bid, the whole job NFT, its associated token bound account, and the underlying milestone NFTs are transferred to the freelancer's token bound account. Okay, so in this way, what we achieved is that we have transferred the ownership of the job as well as the milestone from the client to the freelancer, because since the freelancer is presently working on that particular job, the ownership should be retained with the freelancer, not with the client. Now, after that, let's say a freelancer comes and he completes a milestone. Now, whenever the milestone is completed, that milestone NFT is transferred back to the client token bound wallet address. Because since it is completed with the freelancer, the ownership should be held with the client, not the freelancer. Now, after client has received the ownership of the milestone NFTs, payment is released from the escrow contract that we have created to the freelancer. Okay. So in this way, so we are handling the ownership of ownership of the job NFT in every step of the freelancing process. And also, let's say in any step, a dispute arises between the client and the freelancer. Okay, and anonymous voting will be invoked by the smart contract. Okay, and in that case, what will happen? That ownership of the disputed job will be transferred to the contract and will be upheld with the contract until the voting result is come. Now, according to the voting result, the contract will transfer the ownership either to the freelancer or to the client. So in this way, so whatever is happening, so everything is fair and transparent, and ERC 6551 is helping us to achieve this objective. Okay. Now, with this, we are, I mean, overcoming many of the existing solutions, like we are taking the minimal fee and we are using the job protection using ERC 6551, and we are using real-time notification for any communication or anything that is happening in the platform. And so we are using NFT profiles rather than general profiles, and we are having an anonymous dispute resolution using Chainlink VRF. Okay, so that's some of the features. And now let's go to a basic demo of our application. So let's say, so this is the account. Now let's say this account want to create a job post. So before creating a job post, he has to create a profile first. So let us first quickly create a profile. Let's say I want to create a profile. let's say I want to hire a freelancer. This address. So let's say I am a client and I want to hire a freelancer. So I submit my request. So for the whole contract is deployed onto the Polygon Mumbai testnet. So send transaction. So the transaction is sent, and we can also view the transaction in the Polygon scan. Okay. So this has been included into this block. Okay, that's fine. So it's taking a bit of time. Yeah, now the transaction is successful. We can, see it on the Explorer. Yeah. So after that, we require a sign, a one-time sign for the push notification purpose. So after this sign, so throughout our application, so the notification will come at runtime. And we also require a few signs to send some of our data to the Polybus. So we are using a Polybus as a middle layer between IPFS and Ethereum. So just to handle a bit of load, and also the make the transaction cost a bit gas efficient. Yeah, so let's post the signature. Now the profile has been successfully created. Okay. So let's say I go to my profile. So this is my profile token ID, and this is the unique token bound address that is created for my profile. Now, presently, the number of assets that my profile is holding is 0. Now, let's say I want to create a job post. I want to hire a Node.js, and this is my project description. The skills that is required is Node.js, let's say Node.js and AWS. Okay, and my estimated timeline for this project, let's say I want to complete within this, and you have to give the budget in way as of now. So later, now submit the job post. So the job post has been successfully submitted. Yes, the transaction is successful, and on every successful transaction, uh, yes. So a notification came that a new job with an NFT ID and an unique token bound address has been created. Now, if we go and go to the browse page, so it takes some time to fetch the data from the contract. Yeah, and here we go. So we have successfully created a project here. Okay, now if I go to my profile, now number of assets that I am holding is 1. That means that under my token bound address, I am holding a 1 job NFT. Okay, now let's say there is a freelancer who wants to bid for this project. So I will switch my account to a freelancer account. Let's say this is a freelancer, and this freelancer wants to bid for this project. Now the budget of this project is 500 WEI to 1000 WEI. So let's say he wants to bid for 500 WEI, and he says I will be able to complete within 27. I will complete it fast, something like this. And let's say he want to create 3 milestones. One is a business requirement document, and for 100 WEI, and POC for 200 WEI, and also a final delivery for 200 WEI. Submit he places the bid. Okay, so we have successfully placed a new bid. So since both of my MetaMask, account is the same MetaMask, so there is I think there's a bit issue with the push notification. But if we work with 2 different instances of the same, deployment link, so no issue will occur that we have tested. So now the client freelancer has got the notification that you have placed a bid in this project. And if I switch back to the client account, he must have got the notification. Yeah, not this client, I think. So this is the client. Now he has got the notification that you have got a new bid from in this project from this address. So everything will be notified, every action will be notified here. Now let's say the client wants to select this bid. So the client will go here, and if the client move to the proposal tab, he can select all of the bids here. Now, coming to that, after on top of the bid amount, the client has to stake 4% of the bid amount and 1% as a platform fee. Now he has to stake all of this amount in the escrow contract. Now let's say the client select this bid. Okay, so let's say this client select this freelancer bid. Okay, now the notification comes that you have selected a bid from this client. And so this is the client dashboard. Now the number of assets inside the project token bound address is 3, because there are 3 milestones that got maintained inside the client token bound address. Now, if I go to inspect the client profile, now inside the client profile, previously the number of asset holding was 1. Now the asset holding is 0. That means the asset of the job is now transferred back to the freelancer. Now let's switch to the freelancer account. Now the number of asset that is holding is 2. So the asset has been transferred to the freelancer account. Okay. Now go to the dashboard. So this is the freelancer dashboard. This is the project that we created. Now, once the milestone is completed, so there are 3 steps status for the milestone. So presently the milestone is in progress status. And also to note that presently the owner of the milestone is F5. The F5 is the token bound wallet address of the job. Now, if we request the payment to the client, the ownership of this milestone will be transferred to the client TBA. Okay, client profile TBA. So this is the project TBA. So let us request the payment. Okay. So as soon as the freelancer requesting for this payment, assuming that this milestone has been over, the ownership of this milestone is transferred to the token bound address of the client profile NFT. Okay. Now, if we just have a quick refresh over this page, then we can see that previously the number of assets was 3. Now the number of assets is 2, and also the owner of this particular milestone got changed. Now let's go to the client profile now. So it would be better if we could, create 2 instances. It would be better visible then. Okay. Now the client can release this payment for this particular milestone, because hence he has got the ownership. So the client is releasing the payment. Now the payment was released from the escrow contract that is presently held with our end, the contract. So the contract will transfer the corresponding money, the 100 way from the contract to the freelancer account. So, okay. Now, if we just check the notification of this, that the client has released the payment of this milestone 0. Okay. And if we now go to the freelancer profile. Okay. So this is the freelancer profile. Then we can see that the payment is credited to this freelancer. So we have properly used this real-time notification thing. Now, let's say at any point of time, there is some ambiguity between the freelancer and the client. They can also raise a dispute regarding that. So let's say unable to complete second deliverable, something like that. There is some problem with the freelancer end. So let's say submit and raise a dispute based on that, or any problem that arises. So in that case, or maybe this dispute may be with the client also, maybe the deliverable is not up to the mark. So a bit of science required. So whenever any party raises the dispute, either the client or the freelancer, so they will be redirected to a voting page. Okay, so if we just go to the browse page, and so there are a set of disputed projects. So now this project has moved to the disputed projects. Now the owner of this, job NFT is transferred to the vote, a dispute resolution contract. Now neither the client nor the freelancer is the owner of this project. So if we click on that, so there is a anonymous voting page. So these are the potential voters list. and the current owner is the dispute resolution contract, and the dispute is raised by the freelancer. So 39 is the freelancer address. Now anyone can come and vote for this. So let's say this address. So I want to vote for the client, let's say. So I will pose my vote, and you have to choose a random number that is ensuring the anonymity based on runtimely chosen random number from the chainlink VRF. So the algorithm that we have designed, so that we will post into our GitHub page. So maybe you can check there also. So okay, now as of now, we have maintained that the time for the voting is 30 minutes from its time of source of origin. So once the voting is completed, so we can have a voting result here. So after half an hour, we can see the voting result also. Okay, so these are the overall workflow of our project. So other than this, we also have runtime chat support. Well, let's say this is a particular freelancer, he wants to bid for this project, so he can also chat with the corresponding client also, before bidding for a particular project, like if he wants to discuss anything. Okay. So these 3 signs are required for decrypting a push profile. So yeah, so let's say the client wants to say, hi, I want to discuss something regarding job. So he can send something, any message he can discuss with the client as well. So and all the chat history is visible in this page. So all the chat history will come in this page for either the client or the freelancer. So this is the overall workflow of our project, from profile creation to dispute resolution. And so we also provide the real-time chat support and also the notification support. Okay guys, thank you, and all the details are there in the GitHub. Okay, thank you.